Here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, it's Marsh. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there. It'll be third down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now 2nd and 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party.
Second down.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now a handoff up the middle. Marsh. Oh, what a juke into space. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. 42 yards. And the Bengals are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral. Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
7 yards there and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Tua, fast pass outside complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First down, here's White. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now Tua. This is White on the screen. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White taking it in from a yard out. And the Bucs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it was Rashad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. Burrow throwing the out route incomplete. It's Barber, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage out of it.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. They go right back to White here on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And this is where play action can be so effective. Your running game's been the driving force on this possession. So as a defense, you start shifting your focus towards stopping the run. But if an offensive coordinator sees that, he can take advantage, and they get good yardage there.
Now back to the ground game with White. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Play action. Now it's Tua. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They're in for the Buccaneers. Touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And he's taken down, but they... the 35. 84 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow looking to pass. And it's incomplete. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. On second down now, it's Marsh, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards to the pass, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
And also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now Burrow loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tua now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Going right side is White. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield and only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Touchdown! A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Buccaneers go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Up the middle they go. Marsh, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job standing in proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on the punt here as he'll send this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Off of play action, Tagovailoa.
There's a short one taken in by Otten.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. His pass caught at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Now the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. This pass complete to Higgins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On 1, ready? 11, 11, Thomas, 12, 12, 11, 11.
Burrow will throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barber. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
11 empty. 11 mighty.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow throwing the out route incomplete. It's Barber. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To the air again, Burrow. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Bucs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. But Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On the inside, a catch by Wade. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the...
Yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 24 now, here's second down and 7. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Returnable here from the 38. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a little chip from me, but subpar defense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
To throw on 3rd down, Davidson. That is caught, and he's got this down to the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The throw over the middle, taken in. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll...
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. They'll wind up
up, losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
I don't have to stretch for this one. This is 4th-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
Now, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
So on 4th down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. McPherson's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one taken in by Otten. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Off the play fake. Waters finding Otten once more. And he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced to taking the 3.
You did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengals getting set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes, or it's starting to look like a good offensive football team. That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on 1st down, and able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Ross. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. In Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Second down and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Ross. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Davidson. Throw to the right. Caught by Dulcich. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And the Bengals 1st down.
Now a give right side. It's Ross. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit hot.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. But we hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Back to throw. Moore. That's to the pylon and incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw on 2nd down, Davidson. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And they'll take him down at yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Cincinnati.
Off play action, Davidson.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Back to throw again. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. When it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Under pressure, they got him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Off to the races. Inside the 20.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing on 1st down, Davidson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 8.
They'll look to throw again. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Pass to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. You have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
And he's a high draft pick, so maybe a bit of a mulligan, but you never want to throw a preseason interception, especially as a rookie.
No, but this is the time to do it, right? Let's get the kinks out. He's still got to learn how to read coverages, still has to learn the entire offense, has to see how he fits with the players around him. But bottom line is what you said right in the beginning.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and the Bengals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you're giving up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
To throw from his end zone, Davidson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration in body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw from his end zone, Davidson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he's able to get it out of there. Now it's Martin.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.